Okay, so Copenhagen has a pretty big tradition of having sakura or cherry blossom trees, and yeah, it's the season, so I figured I'd go look at them. The sign just says cherry alley, basically, so it's this way to the cherry tree path. And yeah, this park is absolutely massive. It's a big cemetery, and the little area that they're referring to on the sign is not terribly huge, and it's honestly kind of packed with people because it's a big tourist spot, understandably, because Copenhagen, obviously, isn't the place people think of when they think of cherry blossom trees. But yeah, they do have them. So I'm gonna go walk over. I came last year but didn't take any video. Yeah, but there are a lot of trees all around the park, and it's just really beautiful, and I figured, why not? It's a beautiful day, and may as well go. So, I am here. A path down there, but I don't know what that is, and I don't really care. There's a tree down there, but I don't know if I really care enough about it to go seek out one lone cherry tree, so I'm not gonna bother. But once I find anything of interest, I'll obviously update this. Okay, so I made it to the cherry tree path, and as I expected, it is kind of small and incredibly full of tourists and local people and just people who want to look at the trees, but they're gorgeous, so I mean, honestly, why wouldn't you? And yeah, it's just a little like road, and this is in the middle of a cemetery, so there are signs all over telling people to please be respectful and don't pick the flowers from the trees, and to be courteous of the gravestones and don't sit on the grass. And there are funerals taking place, so you have to be nice to everybody in them. But yeah, these are incredibly beautiful, and I'm glad I finally came over and checked this part of the cemetery out, because I had been on the other side and there are a few sakura trees over there, but not many. They're kind of few and far between, but there are some white ones that are gorgeous, and I might go back over there. I don't know, it's kind of a big park, and it was like a half-hour walk to get over here, and I might do it, but I don't know if it's really worth it since I've already seen them. But I might put them in the video anyway. But yeah, this little thing, I think I'm more into the other side of the park with the random trees rather than this. I mean, this is amazing, but it's so packed. It's just kind of not worth it, to be honest with you. But as I said, it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that. It's insane. That just... How do we live in a world where things like this exist? It seems impossible, but yes, they're gorgeous. And the sign at the beginning said that about 150,000 tourists and Copenhagen natives and Danes just in general come to this every year, which I don't blame them. I'm here, and why wouldn't you be? So yeah, but yeah, this is the cherry tree path. I'm not even gonna attempt to say it in Danish because my Danish is utter shit and I'm terrible, but whatever, it's a fun word. I'll have to figure it out and then say it at some point, but not today because I care not. Oh, yay. Yeah, there's some. But yeah. Okay, this is about the end of it. I mean, there's not much else. It's is not the biggest thing in the world, but it's really pretty. So, alright, I'll stop this. Okay, as I said, there are just smatterings of sakura trees all over the park. This one's actually really pretty. I got a still photo of that, and it's kind of beautiful, so that's nice. But people might wonder why something like this is in a cemetery, because I mean, it's just a massive cemetery. Actually, I think I might go sit on that cute little bench over there. Be kind of nice. But I've got some cultural information about Denmark for y'all, so I mean, that's incredibly exciting, as everything in my videos is. Because, yes, don't worry, I'm not just going to look at the bench. I promise. Not a bad vantage point. But, yeah, in Denmark, cemeteries are seen more as parks than cemeteries. There was a family over there that's just kind of having a picnic, and that's incredibly common in the spring and summer. Yeah, like, it's not just the weird goth kids who hang out in the cemetery in Denmark, it's everybody. It's just kind of a public access area, and they just treat them like parks, and they're very well kept up, and they have a lot of different plant and tree displays, obviously, and yeah, it's kind of pretty. There's the sakura over there, which is really gorgeous. But yeah, I came on pretty much the perfect day. But yeah, I just think that's a really cute little cultural thing about Denmark. Like, if you're gonna meet with someone and have a picnic or just hang out, you tend to go to the cemetery a lot of the time. And people might think that's weird, and I guess maybe it is, because you're kind of having a picnic over dead people, sort of. I mean, hopefully people aren't like picnicking on the graves themselves, but still, it's a little iffy for people that aren't Danish, but I guess Danish people are just like, whatever, we're okay with it, so we're gonna do it. Flowers. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just kind of walking back to the other side of the park so I can go find my bus and maybe some of the white sakura, which are on the other side. But yeah, I'll shut up. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm either too late or a little too early for the white sakura, but they just have a little path lined with them here. And this is what I came and hung out at last year, because nobody seems to care about this one all that much. They just go to the pink sakura path like way over across the park, and it's all crowded and kind of dumb, because the white ones are honestly a little bit prettier to me, but that's just my personal taste. But yeah, maybe, I have no idea if it's bloomed yet, but I will maybe come back in a few days and just see, because who knows, I mean, it's the middle of April, so maybe, but it has been cold, like ridiculously cold for Denmark for the past like 3 weeks. It was close to freezing a lot of the time, so yeah, it's maybe 15 now, if that, so it's not exactly tropical, but it's much warmer. But yeah, kind of disappointed that I can't show you those, but there's one over there. I can't even see if I've got this in frame, but let me zoom, maybe? I don't even know what I'm zooming on. Hold on. This sucks when you can't see. Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. It's really hard to maneuver the camera when you're blind, because, like, you're looking for the little pop of color that you can see, but a lot of the time it just does not materialize, and you're just looking at random shit that means nothing. But yeah, that's pretty. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little glimpse of Copenhagen culture. Sakura are pretty popular here. There was a Sakura festival last year. I'm not sure if they're having it this year. Maybe. I need to check that out. But they had pretty much all the Japanese organizations in Copenhagen that were coming and doing tea ceremonies and calligraphy sessions and things like that. And it was really cool, and it was at one of the main parks in the city, like toward the city center. This is the one that I'm in. It's kind of popular, but it's out sort of on the outskirts of the main city of Copenhagen. It's about 1 kilometer from my apartment, though, so I'm fine with it, and I don't really need to go to the packed city center park for the Sakura, but yeah, people do what they do. But yeah, this is the Sakura path in the Bispebjerg Cemetery. So, huzzah!